Hey everyone, a very good afternoon. So, in today's video, as I have said you in the last video that we will be discussing about something related to physics. So yeah, here we are with our first ever physics video. So I hope that your day was good and your week was also good. So yeah. What are magnets is what we are going to study, we are going to look at in today's video. So, first, as I have greeted you, so greetings are complete. The first part is complete now. Now, for all those who are watching me new, introduction is necessary. And at the third, we will going to discuss about magnets, then magnetism at the fourth, and at the last, we will be discussing about why magnets show magnetism. Let's move on forward. So, let me introduce myself now. So, I'm Abhidhi. All those who know me, I'm a 10th and a science enthusiast, and my hobbies are doodling and researching. And my aim is to become a cardiac surgeon. So, this is pretty much about me. So again, never ever hesitate to put down your queries or anything, any requests for any new video in the comment section so that I could take it up. So yes, thank you very much. My channel has got 232 views in last 28 days. So thank you so much for such a supportive spirit, and I will again like to have such supportive spirit in future. So do support me like that. Share this video among your friends and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, so let's first look at the content of today's video. So we will be discussing first about magnets. Then we will understand what is that magnetism. Then we will understand why do magnets show magnetism, or how is our magnetic field produced. So again, in the meanwhile, we will be also discussing about the differences between magnets and magnetism, and again magnetic field. So let's start. So what are magnets? So at first, magnets are, in very simple words, let me say you, that magnets are a material or an object which produce a magnetic field, as mentioned here also. Magnet is a material or object that produces a magnetic field. That's clear. But now, what is a magnetic field? So, basically, magnetic field and magnetism are similar, but let's first understand what is magnetic field. So magnetic field is a force that pulls or that attracts another ferromagnetic material. So ferromagnetic materials we will be studying further now, and also that shows that attraction and repulsion property. So magnetic field is a force and magnetism is a property. Magnetism is a property of attraction and repulsion of other magnets, and a force that pulls on other ferromagnetic materials. So magnetic field is included in magnetism. So yeah, ferromagnetic materials are written here, that is iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So furthermore we will be discussing about ferromagnetic materials as well. So yeah, magnetism. Let's now understand what magnetism. So I have given you a brief idea about magnetism. So this first thing goes in detail about magnetism. Then we will be understanding about the basic thing which is needed to understand how are magnetic fields produced. So magnetism is a force exerted by magnets. As I have said you, there is not much difference, but magnetism is like a property of magnets that makes them different from other elements or other kind of materials. So magnetism is caused by the motion of electric charges. So here in the electric charges, we need to understand that these mean negative electric charges. So yes, this is what is called the cause of our magnetism. So every substance is made up of tiny units called atoms. So we all know that every matter present in our universe is made up of some indivisible particles called atoms. Now these atoms are not indivisible in a sense, because this is a wrong approach. Even atoms are divided into protons, neutrons and electrons. So protons carry positive charge, neutrons have no charge, so they are neutral, and electrons carry negative charge. We all know that much. This is a basic. So now another basic thing is there is a nucleus. Just as in a cell we have a nucleus in biology. I hope you remember. So just like the cell, we have a nucleus. So in atoms, the nucleus contains the protons and neutrons, and around that nucleus we have our electrons. So basically, in a very short and to the point manner, I can say that our proton is the king, neutron is the queen, and the electrons or our guards are there to save them, to serve their highness with their loyalty. This is the most simplest way I can tell you that how the electrons are doing their work so effortlessly. So yeah, now the final topic and one of the most important topic, what causes magnetism. So who discovered magnetism first? So he was Sir Hans Christian Ørsted. So anyone who discovers something in science or in the field of technology, we just respect them by telling Sir at the very beginning. So Sir Hans Christian Ørsted said that wherever there is electricity, there will be magnetic field. It sounds too simple, but it is not that simple. So wherever there is electricity, there will be magnetic field. This means that somehow electricity and magnetic field are interdependent, or electricity is linked to magnetic field. Hmm, that's a correct thing, I must say. So Ørsted sir gave us this much thing that yes, electricity and magnetism are related. But how? Let's know about it now. So a magnetic field is produced whenever an electric charge or an electron is in motion. So basically, electrons move around the nucleus in an atom. So while moving around that nucleus, they gain charge, and that charge is responsible for showing magnetism, for like producing magnetism or magnetic field. Even the small electrons, after gaining that negative electric charge, they also behave like a magnet. Even they can attract a positive charge, but they don't attract because in the nucleus both protons and neutrons are present. So the atom is very stable in a way. But now let's understand it in the concept of magnetic field. So as I have said that when electrons gain their charge, they behave like a microscopic magnet as written here. Their movement generates an electric current and causes each electron to act like a microscopic magnet. That's we know what. But now there are three kinds of material, that is ferromagnetic object or material, that is paramagnetic, and another is diamagnetic. So now let's first understand the concept of ferromagnetic. So in ferromagnetic like objects, the electrons of the atom, each and every atom, move in one direction. So they are like the very sincere students in any institution. They are always on the track. And now, when these electrons are moving in one direction, they have some amount of charge. But that charge is not sufficient to cause any harm to us, because that's a very small amount of charge. So, but but when electricity is passed through that ferromagnetic object, it conducts electricity and it causes harm and damage if we touch it. So basically the thing is here that ferromagnetic objects are good conductor of electricity because of this reason, that when electrons are moving in one direction they have certain amount of charge, and when electricity adds up to it, it causes damage if we touch. That means it conducts electricity. So examples are iron, nickel and cobalt, as I have said in the very beginning. So they conduct electricity and they are the good conductors of electricity. So as I have now just now right now said that these electrons are like the sincere students of any institution and they are always on the track. Now, when these like sincere students get any punishment or any scolding or any remark, they try to improve, right? Just like this, when electrons get electricity is passed through these electrons, they get improved. They have a certain amount of charge and they gain so much amount of like charge that whenever you are going to touch, they will harm you. Doesn't it sound so interesting? Like they don't harm you at the beginning, but they can harm you when electricity is passed. Okay. Then paramagnetic. So in paramagnetic objects, the electrons of an atom move very randomly and freely. Even if I say that the electrons of the atoms present in the paramagnetic objects and diamagnetic objects, they move randomly. They move here and there and they move very freely. They don't care what happens in the matter or in any constituent. They don't care what happens in the universe. So let's first focus on paramagnetic. So when the electrons moving so randomly, but when electricity is passed through that paramagnetic object or those electrons, they start moving in one direction. So now, as in ferromagnetic objects, we have seen here that on moving when the electrons move in one direction, they gain certain amount of charges. And in paramagnetic, we also saw that when electricity is passed, the electrons start moving in one direction. So the charge given by electricity, when electricity is passed through those electrons, and the charge that electrons already have when they started moving in one direction, also combined in this case. They act as good conductor, but they are not that good conductor in comparison with ferromagnetic objects. So let me tell you a simple example I have also mentioned here about aluminium. So do you think that aluminium is a good conductor is a conducts electricity better than iron? Not so. Iron is the good conductor, right? So all the ferromagnetic objects are the good conductor of electricity. Paramagnetic objects are also good conductors of electricity, but they do not conduct electricity as much as ferromagnetic object does. Simple, but there is a difference in ferromagnetic and paramagnetic. That in ferromagnetic, they just move in one direction from the very beginning, and in paramagnetic, they start to move in one direction when electricity is passed to those electrons. So now the electrons of paramagnetic objects are those lawless kids of any institution or any family, which when they hear something remark about themselves, they start to improve. They come on the track. These are what the electrons of the paramagnetic object. Now let's come to diamagnetic. So in diamagnetic objects, the electrons move randomly. They are even similar. As I have already said, paramagnetic and diamagnetic are similar in this aspect that both in both the objects the electrons move very freely, very randomly, and they also don't care anything about universe, as I have said just now. But the difference between both of these is, even if electricity is passed through these electrons of diamagnetic objects, they will still not move in one direction. So they are those kind of lawless kids which never come on that track, even if they get some remark. So thus the diamagnetic objects act as an insulator. So a conductor and insulator, the part is, both ferromagnetic and paramagnetic are conductors and diamagnetic is the insulator. Example is plastic and wood. I think diamagnetism is very clear. So majorly people get confused between ferromagnetic and paramagnetic. But according to me, there should not be any confusion. The reason is, it's very simple that ferromagnetic are sincere from the very beginning, and they travel in only one direction. But paramagnetic are the lawless kids. But when they hear any remark or get any punishment, they start improving. So this is what the thing is. So magnets show magnetism because electric charges flow. But there are even certain criteria. So we need to first identify what the object is. Is it a ferromagnetic object? Is it a paramagnetic object? Or is it a diamagnetic? So diamagnetic objects are easy to identify. Majorly we need to identify the ferromagnetic and paramagnetic. So this is the end. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and don't forget to like the video, share it among your friends, subscribe to my channel Science with Avidhi for more amazing contents. Amazing contents are on their way. It's just that you need to like, share and subscribe, and comment down if you have any doubts related to the video or any other request for any video as well. I will definitely pick up that. So again, amazing contents are on their way. Subscribe, like, share and comment if you have any queries or any other requests. And again, if you are subscribing, don't forget to hit the bell icon and set it to all notifications, because I don't want anybody to not understand the concept. So I don't want any of my friend to lose the chance of watching a video. So set it to all notifications. So till then, We will meet next week. Thank you so much. So